We did it, guys. We got out of Calgary, out of the snow, away from winter. Woohoo! Away from winter. Woohoo!
That was a struggle, I'll tell you.
That was a struggle.
That was holding on to us like it wanted to own us.
Ah, craziness. So
we got to southern Alberta and we stayed with some great friends. Oh, that was amazing.
it was so cool. Mary Lou Grabowski, you may have seen her commenting on your videos if you're
Yes.
a content creator on YouTube. She's super supportive. Hey guys, we had so much fun hanging out with Calvin and Mary Lou and Dallas. It's been amazing. These guys
A
are
blast.
super supportive, super encouraging. And
They're not coming with us though. I keep
There's not
asking.
enough seat belts.
I know,
Aw.
that's the problem. But hopefully one day we can
We'll
travel
be back.
together. Super encouraging. We got to meet her and her husband and their daughter, and they were just
They're generous.
so open
Yeah.
and so generous and kind and helpful. And thanks you guys so much for your hospitality. And we've had a great time.
They
hanging out
shared
with them.
all their good tales with us too.
Oh, story after story. Calvin's a
Yeah.
real live cowboy, so that was really fun to hear all his cowboy stories.
Oh, very much so.
I'm sure none of them are tall tales.
None of them were tall tales. No.
No, really. Like, I think they're amazing. If you ever get a chance to meet these guys, you got to do it. They're pretty cool people.
Thank you guys.
Yes. Awesome. So after we hung out with them in southern Alberta, we actually crossed that international line.
It was like, okay, what are they going to ask? What are they going to rip apart? What are they going to... And then we handed them the passport,
Yeah, have a good time.
and we're like,
When are you coming back? Have a good time.
that's
And
it.
we're like, oh, good, that's awesome. I mean, we're not hiding anything at all, but
No.
sometimes they just want to ask you a million questions, or they don't believe you, or whatever. We did see as we pulled across the line an Airstream that had been pulled over, and they were starting to pull things out of the Airstream. I'm just like, oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yes. Okay,
You never
so
know
we'll-
what happens there. So
we got through. We got
Yep.
to Montana. We got to the grocery store. The
awesome.
grocery store, Winco, was a win.
like crazy.
We walked out with bags and bags and bags and bags of groceries.
Actually, we filmed a little bit of that. We'll show you
Yes.
that right here. We just went shopping.
Where do you think we went? Someplace awesome.
We went to a grocery store called Winco because one of you guys suggested it to us, so thank you for that hot tip. And look at the amount of groceries we got. So this is like, you know, each one of these bags is pretty much full of groceries.
With meat.
Produce, some meat, some veggies. There goes our cart.
Well, I'll go get the cart. Oh,
It's
it's
good,
fine.
it's good,
It's fine.
it's
It's fine.
And because I'm celiac, of course, everything has to be gluten-free, which
Yes.
usually bumps the price of groceries up pretty high.
I was using Lisa's pretty glasses on my eyes so that I
Oh,
could
okay.
read close now.
You can't see anymore.
Ah.
Anyway, as Canadians, we pay a lot more for groceries than you guys do in the States. And for our Canadian friends, we're sorry. We got eggs for
58 cents a
for a
dozen
dozen eggs.
eggs.
It's crazy. Anyway,
Sorry.
all these groceries, total bill was, do you have the receipt? I think it was $75.
Yeah.
US,
$75.
but even as Canadians, if you do the exchange rate, that's still a smoking deal. So we're happy we get to eat again because we're in the States. Yeah, so Winco is definitely the place to go. Thanks, guys, for the tips.
Winco, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. Thank you for the tip from our...
Oh, also the grocery store was super clean, very well organized, good customer service,
Yes.
but they had a hard time accepting any form of Canadian payment. So
and no debit. I
they
mean,
didn't-
sorry, no credit,
they did no credit cards,
which is fine.
None of our debit cards would work, so we had to go to the ATM and get cash. So if you're Canadian shopping at Winco, bring cash. All right, have fun.
So the biggest takeaway is eggs don't have to be so expensive.
It's crazy. You can pretty much have chickens anywhere. I don't know why eggs have to be so expensive, but that's another rant for another day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
After we got our groceries, then we kept on going, and we got to
We got our groceries in Helena, and we got all the way to Salt Lake City.
in between Helena and Salt Lake City
We stayed overnight at the
reservoir.
at the reservoir. Yeah.
That was a really cool place. You know, the cool thing about the United States, especially in the western states, I've been told, I haven't
Yes.
been to the east camping, but in the western, there's a lot of free camping areas. So this one was really cool. It was actual campsites with these little palapas, or what do you call those?
Oh, they were
Shelters.
little structures,
Yeah.
picnic tables underneath. They had
Fire
pit
rings.
toilets, fire rings. There was a great view.
Level site.
How much?
Zippo. Totally free. Yay! You know how much we love free. It was called Beaver Head Campground.
Yeah.
And it was on a reservoir. And what did we see there? Should I tell them the buffalo story?
Oh, Lisa, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, seriously, whenever we stop somewhere, I like to walk around the area just to make sure that feels secure and it looks secure and all that. So
we did walk through, and I'm like, I'm done. I drove all day.
Kent was so tired. And I saw this lump on the ground. I'm like, what is that? So I walk over. It is a buffalo hide, a buffalo skin, like a furry thing on the ground. And I'm like,
it was a bit weird.
It was weird. It's about what, 3 feet by 3 feet ish.
Yeah.
And there were tufts of fur, in the wind and stuff. I'm like, that is. And
it was about
so cool.
It was basically dusk, so it was like, I don't think Lisa didn't want to disturb it.
I said, Kent, there's a buffalo fur. I didn't go like this because I just came in. Why do I do this? Kent? I didn't call you.
No.
Anyway. I came in the rig and I said, Kent, there's a buffalo skin outside. He's like, oh,
okay, that's nice. I drove all day. I'm like, I don't care.
I could tell he was tired because he's usually more adventurous than that. Anyway, in the morning, he went out and checked it out. And what did you find?
I turned it over because I wanted to see what was underneath. And it was all tanned. So somebody brought it there as a rug, as a buffalo hide. Maybe
it wasn't wild
maybe
buffalo.
A cheap purchase at maybe IKEA. And so Lisa's like, this was torn off of a buffalo yesterday. No, it wasn't. Anyways.
But for that night, I thought there was like a wild buffalo. Anyway, it was cool.
Without a coat?
A wild buffalo. There's a naked buffalo running around her.
Not a good thing. It's getting cold.
Yikes.
Anyways, so we drove all day, and before we got to Salt Lake, we stopped at the rest area.
Oh yeah,
and
that was so cool.
We were all over this area that's like 40 square miles of all volcanic disruption. It's incredible. There was a lava flow that just came up out of the ground maybe 400 years ago.
Yeah, I think that's what they said, about 400 they figure.
And it dropped into caves. It dropped into all kinds of disruption. It was incredible.
As it cooled, it created these big fissures and cracks and formations and basalt rock. It was amazing. So
it was right there on the road. So
at a rest stop, we were running a bit behind schedule to get to our friends in Salt Lake, and we're like, oh, we have to stop. This is so amazing. And you know what? We're really glad we did.
Yes. Lisa, what are we looking at?
This is incredible, you guys. We're just driving down I-15 on our way to Salt Lake City.
We're making great time.
Not really, because we always stop. But one of the places that we stopped at is this weird rest stop area with lava flows everywhere.
Yeah, everything around here is like 50 miles of lava that had just disrupted this area.
Insane. 50 miles.
It's not hot right now though, so we're good.
The ground is lava. Run.
That's right. Up on the rails.
Like legit, the ground is lava. It is amazing here. So we're just going to take a quick run through this trail.
Very quick.
And
we're going to meet friends tonight.
We're already late going to meet our friends, but we cannot not stop. This is amazing. Let's go explore.
So Lisa, what's our takeaway from that?
Okay, so yeah, takeaway for sure. Stop and smell the roses, as it were. Check out those cool places, and it doesn't even have to be way off the highway.
It can be 10 minutes.
It can be right on the freeway. This was on the I-15.
This is on both sides of the I-15.
Both sides at a rest area.
There's two rest areas, one north, one south. We stopped at one, went for a walk for about 20 minutes. Yeah. It was incredible.
There's all these paved pathways. Anyway, so stop and check out those neat things that don't just drive by. I guess that's what the takeaway is. Don't just be in such a hurry that you have to drive by.
We'll leave the coordinates down below, right?
Yeah, we will, for sure.
All
we'll
right.
show you that.
So then we got into Salt Lake about 8:30 at night. We got parked, and we got to
meet some new friends. Ken and Julie. It was so great to meet you guys. And These guys are amazing. They're super generous,
Yeah.
super friendly and warm and hilarious and a little
And
bit crazy like the
They're
rest
getting
of us.
ready to go full-time RVing.
Well, mostly full time.
Mostly full-time.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, RV doesn't matter if it's for a weekend
No.
here and there or if it's full time. Just get out there and grab life by the tail, and they are doing exactly that.
Yes.
They were so kind to us. They took the whole day and drove us all over Salt Lake.
Yes, they did.
So we got to experience some really neat things. One of the biggest things we experienced was the copper mine.
Copper mine was huge. You can't even get an idea of how big it is.
Yeah.
But it is a 24-hour operation. It's just
Incredible.
incredible. We went through the tour. It was awesome.
I thought it was actually kind of beautiful seeing the mountain
It is.
side kind of carved away. But we had a good conversation with Ken, and not everybody feels that way. That's beautiful because it does feel like it's taking away from nature. So that
Some
was
people-
an interesting.
Some people call it a
concept.
scar. Some people call it, disruption and
Exploiting it.
horrible.
Yeah.
But we all need copper in our lives. And guess what? 99.9% of all the mountains around are the same as they always are.
Yeah, that's true.
This is one little spot where, well, it's huge,
little,
but there's a
huge.
lot of mountains that they've used for pulling copper out of the mountain,
Yeah, so
and it
that
employs a lot of people. So hey,
Yeah.
we got to do the tour. It was awesome.
We did the tour. We love a good field trip. That's pretty fun to do.
But it
that.
didn't take all day because then we drove and went through the passes and up the mountains on the east side of Salt Lake,
Yeah.
and we enjoyed all the fall colors. Oh my goodness, what a deal!
It was beautiful. Up in Canada, we do get some beautiful colors, but they're mostly the yellows and greens. And we found some reds and oranges and all the different hues in that category in that camp.
And there was some rock face up like this, and I scaled to the top of
Yeah.
this one piece, and then it's like, okay, how do I get down? And I'm like, nicely, easy. Oh, I'm down. Good. Whew.
Made it.
Yeah, so it's easy going up.
Yeah, always. Anyway, so that was really, really a nice drive to go through the canyons there.
And we saw more and more and more. It was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for driving us around. And then we went out for dinner, and we just had such a good time visiting. And they shared their hearts and their lives with us.
Yes.
And that makes all of our struggle to get here completely worth it. Is to just build those friendships, meet some of you guys face to face, and we hope to meet a whole bunch more of you as the years go by.
And yeah, struggle. Some of our systems aren't quite happy right now, electrical and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm trying to fix stuff and get it to where everything's happy and working. But that's my struggle. It's bringing me down. But we'll see how I work my way out of that.
I think there's always a struggle.
There is.
It's either ants or mice or electrical problems or falling in a hole or getting lost or whatever.
Or
There's
getting sunburned or whatever.
Yeah, or financial problems or whatever. There's always a struggle. And I think Ken and I have always said that in your life, if you ever expect, how does it go? If you ever expect things to work out the way you expect,
Without any problems.
then that's ridiculous because it never does work out the way you expect. So don't be surprised when it doesn't work out.
And the struggle is there so that you get stronger, so that it's actually a win when you actually get going. Like, our friends,
Yeah.
they're struggling right now to be ready to go in March, and they're going to be ready to go in March.
Yeah.
And it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Good.
But the reward is always worth it. So hang in there. If you're in a place of your life right now where you're in a struggle and it's just feeling like this is never going to happen, whether it's going full-time RV life or whether it's whatever your struggle is, hang in there. Just be encouraged because it'll be worth it in
Yeah.
the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll build your character. So just keep on,
It's
it on.
worth it. It's worth it. That's what we want to tell you.
Exactly.
And when those struggles seem like they're impossible, they're not. They're not impossible.
And in the meantime, pull over on the side of the road and check out that cool thing at the rest area. 'Cause
That's right. Don't drive
you won't
by.
be disappointed by that either.
And take water. So right now we're parked in the middle of a valley in a farmer's field that is frequented by people like us who are on the road, who are wanting to stop and see a very interesting thing called a hot springs in the middle of a field.
It's totally
It's in the middle of Utah in a field.
It's amazing, and we'll show you some footage of that. It's so warm. We just hung out in this pool, visited
For
with other
40
travelers, and yeah, it's pretty cool. There are 3 pools here, and obviously the one that we didn't hang out in, is a little bit cooler, and it actually has African cichlid fish in it. And Ken and I used to
Thousands.
raise African cichlids
So-
in a fish tank at home. So we went out to this farmer's field. We go and look in this pool and go, Wait a minute, we know what kind of fish those are.
Some of them are like this
They're
big.
huge, yeah. And some are babies.
And some are like this
Yeah,
big.
It was so cool.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds,
Anyway,
maybe thousands.
again, it's just off the I-15, like maybe 5 miles off.
Yep.
And we're so happy and glad that we found out about it and that we took the bumpy road to get here. And
we talked to somebody that was in the hot tub also, and they said, "Oh, you want to go to Zion?
right.
Here's where you should go. Go to the second parking lot. Go to this place."
Don't
Oh,
tell
okay.
anybody.
That's where we're going.
It's an insider tip, I guess, for where this cool
We'll
hike
see.
is. It's apparently not on any of the maps. They were just there yesterday or today.
Yeah.
They said it was amazing. So we're going to try and find that special spot.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us.
It's been great so far.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, you guys go grab life by the tail. See you next Thursday.
So guys, just remember, whatever your struggle is, in order to get out and enjoy and grab life by the tail, get it done.